Romy, thank you for taking the time with me to catch me up on what you're building at One Stop Wellness.
All right, thanks, Logan. I really appreciate it. I'm glad to share my story.
So you're taking a new spin on corporate wellness, on employee wellness, and I just want to start high level. What have you seen as being sort of broken in corporate wellness and employee wellness?
Yeah, so in corporate wellness, you usually see a lot of companies offering these programs for employees that they're telling employees to track their steps, go get their blood work done, and do these health screenings. And the employees get this data, they see their blood pressure, their cholesterol, but they don't know what to do with that information. So the program really ends right there. So what we're doing, we really found a way to change those outcomes and really engage the patient and the employee.
So how have you done that?
So when you really think about it, oftentimes doctors will tell you all these big and confusing words about your health and don't really tell you how to treat it. So most people don't really understand what to do with that information or how to make the best choices. At One Stop Wellness, we make health education fun and user-friendly by creating personalized content for each employee to change their behaviors.
Now, why was this something that you were interested in doing?
Yeah, so originally I got into this because I was dealing with my mom. She was battling stage 4 bile duct cancer.
Oh, wow.
And she was going back and forth to the hospital, and one day she called me excited, telling me that the doctor was giving her a personal nurse to come to the house. So to her, it sounded like a great idea, and my family thought it was great, but then we later on realized that she was placed on hospice.
Wow.
And that fact was lost in translation. So from there, I started to realize health literacy was a major issue, not just with my mom, but with most adults in America. So I figured the best way to do it was not to create those boring, long 1-hour webinars and PDFs that no one's going to read, but create content that's easy and fun to follow.
What are some of the concrete ways that you try to make content easy to understand? It's one thing to say it, it's another thing to really break through health illiteracy.
Yeah, so basically we take out all the big confusing terms and explain it like we're talking to a 5th grader.
Give me an example. Is there a common term that you might think of sort of reframing?
So instead of talking about hypertension, everyone hears hypertension. Most people don't really know what hypertension might be. So we can just say blood pressure. So just dumb it down a little bit.
Yeah.
And then we just make it fun. So all of our content is virtual wellness classes through video. And rather than making everything long and boring, we're doing them in 3 to 4 minute videos where the user gets a masterclass like experience broken down to episodes around different topics in fitness, nutrition, mindfulness, and medicine.
You know, one of the challenges that companies have faced in employee wellness and in corporate wellness is a lack of engagement. So you start a big program and it sounds so good on paper, and then you get 2% engagement, 3% engagement. What are some of the metrics that you look to for success in this market?
Yeah, so in the industry as a whole, engagement is roughly around 24%.
Okay.
And luckily, we were able to get about 72% engagement in our programs. And it's because my background prior to starting One Stop Wellness, I was doing on-site wellness programs as a consultant with all the different companies, figuring out what other vendors were doing right and wrong and what employees really wanted. So taking that experience, I was able to know it's not just running the program and telling the HR to handle it. You actually need someone on the vendor's side to really engage with the employees. Because you can tell the HR to start a program, create content themselves, but that's never going to happen. So we create newsletters, we create targeted emails, we do health awareness campaigns, and that all goes out through our platform so the HR doesn't have to. And outside of that, we're tracking user engagement through how often are they logging in, what videos are they watching, when do they stop watching a video, when do they pause it, and we're giving them small actions to create long-term behaviors.
Is this just for big enterprise companies, or is this for small and mid-sized businesses too?
Yeah, small to large. So our smallest client has 96 employees. Our largest client so far has about 18,000.
Wow.
And so far, we've been really doing well on the engagement side.
Where are you at sort of in the evolution of the company? It's a relatively new company. When did you found the company?
We founded it at the end of 2018.
Okay.
So we really launched our first client mid-2019.
Okay. So kind of where are you at in terms of market traction and kind of what's your runway look like for this year?
Yeah, so in terms of traction, we're still early on. We're on the brink of closing our pre-seed round.
Okay.
Have about 12% left in that, and we're going to go for our seed raise. We have four customers. Our revenue is starting to increase, and we have a huge government contract proposal that we found out we were finalists for recently.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So if we were able to get that would really catapult the business. But in terms of the market overall, we're able to take business from some of the largest competitors because of the content we started to produce. So because of COVID, a lot of these programs were done on site and employees didn't have access to it anymore. So us creating all the video content gave us a new sales channel, because now we not only sell directly to HR and brokers, but we could license our content to our competitors or the insurance carriers like Blue Cross, for example.
Interesting.
So,
I wonder what your thoughts are about the role of a employee wellness program in this era. Some people are calling the Great Resignation, this time when people are shining a new spotlight on employee care. So what role does a platform like this play in retaining and recruiting great talent?
Yeah, it plays a major role if it's done right. So you really need to personalize their approach for each individual, not try to do a one-size-fits-all program, because that never works. So when you're offering the right program that speaks to the individual, they're more likely to engage in the program, but that's also used as an attraction tool to hire new employees and a retention tool to keep employees, because now they know their employer actually cares about them.
Awesome. Romy, thank you for taking the time with me today. Congratulations on your recent, I know you won a pitch competition and you're closing in on the end of your seed raise. And so I know exciting things are to come this year.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, take care.